do use the other 3 and there's just so many trucks. So I do. Hey guys, it's Sarah and welcome back to a new video, and I know it's been so long. Where should I even start? I mean, Christmas holidays was busy on its own, spending time with family, but then yeah, towards the end of Christmas and up to a little bit over New Year's, I was actually in Japan. I spent 3 days in Philippines before heading off to Japan, so then I practically spent New Year's Eve in Japan. So yeah, I was overseas during January, and ever since I came back, I've just been pretty much chilling out, taking a break from making videos. But yeah, I guess today I have my 2015 favorites for you guys. My first favorite of 2015 in terms of skincare was this NIVEA double effect eye makeup remover, and the reason why I fell in love with this was because for 3 months straight I didn't have the Etude House Real Art cleansing oil anymore. Like, I completely used it up, and when my brother was overseas, I totally forgot to ask him to buy it for me. And for someone like me who makes videos related to makeup and removing makeup, that was my holy grail with, you know, skin cleansing. And without that, I felt so empty and I felt like my face wasn't cleansed. But then, you know, I asked my mom to pick this up for me and I actually fell in love with it. And it is an eye makeup remover, but I do use it for my entire face as well. This was also my makeup remover when I traveled to both Philippines and Japan because it's a lot more travel friendly compared to the Etude House Real Art cleansing oil. So that was it. Usually it's kind of separated. You can see like a transparent layer and this blue layer, and then you just shake it up and then you apply it onto a cotton pad or whatever you use to remove your makeup. Now onto an actual cleansing product. This is the St. Ives Blemish Control Apricot Scrub. This is the face product that I've been using. So what I love the most about this cleanser is that it's actually, the exfoliants are natural. So I think they are show powders, so you can actually feel it, and it's not too harsh against the skin, and it just really helps control and balance out my combination skin because it kind of prevents less breakouts. And because I did travel early last month, I bought a travel size, and this is like the size comparison. So this is what I had with me when I was both in Philippines and Japan, and you know, just with that by itself, my face feels so much cleaner. So it's something that I've been sticking to. Another product that you guys might have seen in a lot of my videos but I don't really talk about, it's the NEUTROGENA oil-free moisturizer for combination skin, and I have been using this since early last year because, you know, once you figure out your combination skin, your skin type, it's a lot more easier to look for products specifically for it, so it kind of caters to your skin type. And for me, being combination skin, I went for this moisturizer. So next is the NIVEA Sun Light Field Daily Face Veil, and if you guys do notice, I'm not the type to really wear sunscreen because either these Korean face products I use are really high in SPF, so I don't even bother, or there's times where I just prefer regular drugstore foundations that don't include any SPF at all. And I bought this in preparation for Philippines and Japan, so I bought this late November as well, and I actually fell in love with it. It feels more like a moisturizer, and I just love how you're just adding this extra layer of protection for your skin. I just feel like it's something that you feel like doesn't work or it's not effective, but as time goes by and the more you use it, you actually come to realize how important it is to wear sunscreen on your face. So the last skincare product for favorites of 2015 is the Etude House AC Clinique Pink Powder Spot, and I am almost running out. Like, the liquid's like around here now. It's like leveled up with the actual pink powder, and the reason why I wanted to kind of talk about this is because this has been helping me out with all my random breakouts. Now, obviously I can't help but have breakouts every now and then, and for me, someone who doesn't really break out as often anymore, it can be quite annoying to just randomly find a spot around your face, and just using this product overnight, it really does help calm down the actual pimple, and you know, within 2 days it should be gone. And I just love how you can kind of prevent them from growing and kind of irritating your skin, because honestly, I'm not used to it anymore. I wasn't really the type to break out a lot, thankfully, but every now and then I do have really bad breakouts, and they tend to be around here. So pretty much in my oily part. So it's definitely the nose, like I have one on my nose right now, and my chin. I think at least once a week I have a breakout on my chin, so this is what I use to kind of cure it and kind of calm it down. And yeah, that's basically it for skincare. So as for the makeup products now, these are products you might have seen before, and something that you might be familiar with, because these are really my favorites and I had to narrow it down, and I tried my best not to show anything that's an old favorite. So these products are actually quite new as well. So the first one is the Startup Primer, Pore Primer by Peel Now. I really wanted to try this out because I do have pore issues, or more like I just want to maintain the pores and prime them before I even wear makeup, because I do have a very oily T-zone area, and I don't know what you should call this, but this part here as well is really oily. So I wanted to find a primer that could actually control that and kind of make my makeup last longer than how it did before. So yeah, I tried this primer out and I fell in love with it. It's a really simple primer, the application, the use of it, but in terms of making my makeup last longer, it does the job. So another product is the Makeup Forever, what is this? The 5 Camouflage Cream Palette, and I got this in the correcting shade, and my mom actually bought me this in the Philippines way back, probably like early 2015 or late 2014. It's kind of been a while, but obviously you can tell what color I like to use the most. I use the orange for color correcting the dark circles, and then the lighter shade to kind of highlight and mix with the orange, and it creates this kind of salmon kind of shade. So I do use the other 3 shades, but not as much as the other 2. But yeah, overall I really do like this palette. And something else that's quite similar, it's the Etude Doraemon collection, the small face shading kits, and this is one of the 2 that I have, and I freaking abused this when I was overseas. This is how it looks like now. I brought this with me to Philippines and Japan, and as you can see, I've pretty much hit pan, and I use this color a lot. I mean, in Philippines for the first day, because I didn't bring foundation with me, thinking that I would be able to makeup shop there, yeah, I didn't have foundation for a good 2 days and kind of bought it last minute, and I've never been so happy in my life to have foundation. But this is what I was using earlier, and even in Japan I just use the middle shade as concealer and the highlighting shade as highlight. That's another thing, I've only started to appreciate highlight late last year, like around November-ish. As for the shading, I don't really use it because it's kind of hard for me to contour and shade with cream. As easy as it is to blend, I just suck at it, so I kind of avoid it. So that's that. So next is foundation, and as you can see through it, which is crazy, but this is the, I was gonna say Maybelline, this is the L'Oreal Infallible Stay Fresh Foundation in shade 220 Sable Sand, and I bought this February last year, and I actually used it all up around early December of 2015. So within 1 year, I was able to use this entire foundation up, and there's like one side of me that's really proud for kind of using it up within its life expiration date, and there's another side of me that's like really shocked that I was able to finish this in 1 month, which is really crazy. But I'm just glad that I used it up, and you know, it just shows how much I actually liked it. This is more of a semi-matte kind of finish. Let's just say that this is my favorite foundation, and I think for now I'm just gonna try something else because that just gives me a good opportunity to try a new product. But I really did like this foundation, and I love how it's a medium to full coverage, but for me I preferred a medium coverage, and you know, it was perfect and it lasts quite well on its own as well, so that was a really good foundation. Next is a powder that you guys might have seen. No, a product that you guys would have seen quite a few times, and this is the Etude House Zero Sebum Drying Powder. I've used this all up, and someone keeps... So I've pretty much used this powder up, and I love this powder. It's sad that I like this a lot more than the Makeup Forever HD press powder. Just because it's more affordable, it's a fraction of the price, and I love how fine the powder is. It really does mattify your skin, so if you do have dewy base products that you do want to kind of mattify, this kind of powder is great. If you kind of want to blot your face throughout the day, this powder works well for that as well. It's translucent, so there's no color, there's no tint to it. It's just translucent, and you can just brush it off, and it doesn't really mess up the shade or the color of your face makeup. And I love how, because the powder is so fine as well, it pretty much blurs out the pores, and that's one thing I need, that I like to focus on with translucent powders, is that they're really fine powders, so they can blur out your pores and kind of make your skin look flawless. And now that that's finished, I need to buy another one. I practically finished this when, like, on the last day of Japan, so I'm glad that I even had a little bit to spare while I was overseas, because lately I've been baking my under eyes to set my concealer, because I do crease a lot in the under eyes, so that's been my technique. So like for the eyes, another product you've seen, it's the Pure Twist Moving Mascara, and at first I was like all set that my favorite for the year was going to be the Too Cool for School Dynoplatz, what is it called? High Rise Mascara or Escalator Mascara, because the formula works so well, and it was waterproof, it stayed on my lashes, and yeah, it was just very long lasting. But ever since I got the Pure Twist Moving Mascara, like, when did I get it? Around November? Or was it before then? A little bit like towards the end of the year. I bought this because it was similar to the Too Cool for School, and you know, when you see products that are quite similar, you kind of want to try them out and compare them. And so I bought this, and at first the formula was just too wet for my liking. Like, it was very liquidy, like it wasn't, well, now it's kind of tacky because it's been used up, but at first it had a very wet formula, and I didn't like it because it felt messy in terms of applicating. But once it's dry, it's completely set, it's waterproof, it's long lasting, it will hold up your lashes. My eyelashes are very stubborn, and this mascara was able to actually keep the curls up. And so my technique of it was to curl them, apply mascara, let it dry, and then kind of curl them again. It's kind of bad to do that, but just so the final curl can like stay up and keep its, you know, position of staying like that throughout the day. It was worth it, and I love it, and I'm gonna have to buy another one of this because this is pretty much finished as well. And another eye product, this is what my cousins like to call my signature. I do love highlighting the tear ducts or the inner corners of the eyes, and this is the Too Cool for School Dynoplatz eyeliner pencil in the shade Nutty or Nudie, I honestly don't know, but it's a really nice kind of pink champagne color, and because I am dark skin, it kind of suits me a lot more. This is like as light as I can go. I don't really like white highlighters on me, so this kind of champagne pink or like nude or gold works best with me, and it's something you guys see me use quite often. It is my pretty much signature look. And another product, this is like completely out of order now, but This is another product you guys have seen. This is the Too Cool for School art class by Rodin. What is this? This is the sculpting trio kind of palette. So now I'm trying to be really careful with it because I've hit pan and it's definitely the middle shade that I've been abusing like heck, and now that it's like at this state, I'm being careful not to break it all apart. But as you can tell, I do love this. And when did I get this? Like mid last year? So it hasn't even been a year yet, and I've pretty much used it quite a bit. And I just like to mix it all together and just apply it, contour with it. And then of course the middle shade is for my nose contouring, and that's pretty much how I've been using it. So this just really shows that this is one of my favorite. And the last is a lip product, and this is the Paris ink in number 5 No Spoiler. And I think I have shown this quite a bit. It's been a while since I've used it just because I've pretty much used it up, and I'm trying so hard not to use every single bit of it because I do kind of want to save it, as gross as that sounds. But this is just my favorite tint, and I love how long lasting it is. It's super pigmented. That was a really weird accent. It's super pigmented and it's super bright. It is kind of drying on the lips, but you know, it's a tint that lasts all day, and it's a tint that's very hard to get rid of the next day, but I love it. And this is like probably the only tint so far that really lasts the entire day for me, and I love the color of it. It's something that I do wear in parties when I really want a bold kind of just lip product that I don't have to think about retouching, because in parties you do eat and drink a lot. So this product, like, I'm just so carefree once I have this on my lips. Like, it will fade a bit, but you know, my lips are still tinted. So yeah, I'm like obsessed with this color again, but I really don't want to use it anymore. That's pretty much it for all my 2015 favorites. I know I had to narrow it down, which is kind of sad, but looking at it now, I'm kind of glad that I did. And it kind of makes me look back at all the products that I tried last year, and you know, it just kind of makes me look forward to the products that I'll be trying this year in 2016. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this 2015 favorites. If you do have any questions or you know, anything, just comment down below. I'll try my best to get to you guys. Yeah, I guess from now on I'll be back on regular, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.